Hi, folks. Welcome to Crisco's Corner. Unfiltered commentary. And not your truth, the real truth. Please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thank you for your support. Welcome back from the Daily Wire. Mother of slain U.S. Marine unloads on Biden, called him a feckless, dementia-ridden piece of crap and treasonous. Oh, well, you know what? She's got a right to say anything she wants to. Her son is dead. Let's read the story. The mother of a U.S. Marine who was murdered during an Islamic terrorist attack at the airport in Kabul on Thursday unloaded on President Joe Biden during an interview on Saturday morning, calling for him to be removed from office. Kathy McCollum, mother of 20-year-old Lance Corporal Rayleigh McCollum, called into the Wilco Majority Show on Sirius XM Patriot Radio, where she revealed that she had just been notified at her home that her son was killed in the bombing that claimed the lives of 13 other U.S. soldiers. That feckless, dementia-ridden piece of crap just sent my son to die, she said, speaking about Biden. I woke up at 4 this morning, 2 Marines at my door telling me my son was dead. So to have right before me and listen to that piece of crap talk about diplomatic crap with frickin' Taliban terrorists who just frickin' blew up my son, and nothing. To not say anything about, oh my God, I'm sorry for the families, so my son is gone. To all Democrats who voted for Biden, you just killed my son with a dementia-ridden piece of crap who doesn't even know he's in the White House. He thinks he's still a senator. She said she was going to meet with Representative Lauren Boebert of Colorado, who is a representative, at her home tomorrow. That's the thing. I got to say, in all fairness, you can hate Trump or like Trump. Why didn't Biden call these people? Why? I'll wait for the answer for all you Biden voters out there that are listening. Why didn't he call these people? She continued on, I never thought in a million years my son would die for nothing. Because that feckless, dementia-ridden piece of crap who decided he wanted a photo op on September 11th, she continued. That's what kills me. I wanted my son to represent our country, to fight for my country, but I never thought that a feckless piece of crap would send him to his death and smirk on television while he's talking about people dying with this nasty smirk. The dementia-ridden piece of crap needs to be removed from office. It never would have happened under Trump. She called Biden a treasonous man and a disgusting human being, and again pinned blame on Democrat voters, saying, you did this to my son. Every Democrat that's listening, you did this to my son. She was brought on the line after the host played a clip from White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki, who McCollum called a B, you can fill in the rest. Now, this is just a short little blurb from her. So those of you that don't want to hear a grieving mother venting and ranting, now's the time to turn down the sound. Fair warning.
Child, an IQ of 156. He could have done anything he wanted to do in the military, and he chose to be a Marine sniper, and that was his choice. Instead of just, being fast-tracked, he chose this course. But I never thought in a million years that he would die for nothing, because a feckless, dementia-ridden piece of crap decided he wanted a photo op on September 11th. That's what kills me. I wanted my son to represent our country, to fight for my country, but I never thought that a feckless piece of crap would send him to his death and smirk on television while he's talking about people dying with his nasty smirk. The dementia-ridden piece of crap needs to be removed from office. It never would have happened under Trump. And I am...
Okay, I think we get the gist of it. And what do you say? Can you say she's wrong? Can you? Can you say her outrage, it might even be subdued? I think a meme should be going around. I wish my channel was a lot bigger. Just put WWTD. And you all know that means what would Trump do? And so what they're doing is they're probably figuring out in their minds what would Trump do, and they do the total opposite on purpose. They didn't go along with the plan that was in place for the withdrawal by May 1st because of the fact the plan was made by military men under the Trump administration. Now, those military men didn't work for Trump. He's the commander-in-chief. But they don't work for him like that. He gives the orders and they do it. And the plan was in place. And don't think for a minute that the air bases would have been closed, that the air cover would have been taken away from the Afghan army weeks before the rest of the country fell. No wonder the Afghan army gave up. The Americans promised them air cover. It was their backbone, is what kept them going, kept them in the fight to defend their country from Taliban, from Islamic extremists. And they just went away. In fact, one of the officers in the Afghan army just got up one morning at the airport, and the Americans were gone. All the planes were there. All the equipment were there. They have over 200 aircraft now of the Americans. I hear over 600,000 small arms. They just left. Hundreds of millions of dollars in medical equipment. You know how hard it is to get and how expensive, especially in Afghanistan? Helicopters, what they call them, Black Hawks. Well, the congressmen say that there's only 15 countries in the world now that have more Black Hawk helicopters than the Taliban. 15. Think about that. It's probably Canada, the U.S., all of Western Europe. That's probably the bulk of it right there. Ukraine probably has a few. I'm sure China's got a few other version of it. Same with the Soviets. Well, I shouldn't say Soviets, Russians. Isn't that nice? And now her son is dead. And that's his picture there. He's a nice looking kid. She said he was really smart too. 156 IQ isn't bad. She said her boyfriend was in Iraq in 2003. Was part. I didn't want to play the whole thing because it's almost 9 minutes long. Who wants to hear a grieving mother? And enough was enough. And can anybody out there say she's wrong? You can say, well, I don't like her tone or I don't like the words she used. Okay, fine. Just like you didn't like Trump's tone or the word he used or his personality. You didn't like him, but he wasn't wrong. You might not like her, but she's not wrong. In 10 years from now, when the shock of it is over, but the pain is still there, she'll say exactly the same thing. And she won't be wrong. Who really is the president? That's what I said in an episode yesterday. Who really is the president? Who's calling the shots and siphoning through Biden basically as a placeholder? Cardboard cutout, if you will. I mean, some kid around and call it weekend at Bernie's. Weekend at Biden's. You know? What do we tell this woman? Her son did die for nothing. And that's something she's not going to be able to hold on to. As many mothers have of slain soldiers. They died for something. She was proud of the fact that he defended his country and wanted to serve his country. But she can't say, my son died because of X. He died for nothing. Nothing. And she'll never get over that. I know what it's like to have a parent lose a child. My baby brother died, not in war. He's 47 years old, died in his sleep. My parents were never the same. I'm never the same. I was changed forever. I look back on it now, where I was then and I am now. They took a huge piece out of me. And to watch my parents just crumble emotionally. At the same time, my dad was diagnosed with terminal cancer. Lucky him. My mom's still around. Talks about him all the time. You never get over it. You're never the same. Life goes on, but you're never the same. And this woman doesn't sound that old. She's probably going to live another 30, 40 years plus. And think about her son almost every day, if not every day, every holiday, every birthday. What is she supposed to do now? At least she would have had, my son died because of fill in the blank. But now what she does is, my son died for nothing. And that will eat her alive for the rest of her life. So she's right. I'm not even going to try to pull back anymore. All of you Biden voters, this is what you voted for. And if you say I didn't know, then damn it, next time you vote, start paying attention. Until the next time, goodbye and good luck.